Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning from wherever you are. And this was going to be a nice gaming video talking about the ID Xbox thing, which there wasn't really that many interesting games. Revenge of the Savage Planet, the Crazy Taxi post-apocalyptic game. And we just had the pre-alpha footage drop for gameplay footage for Fable. And whilst I don't like the aesthetic change of it, the look of it's changed, they've gone too realistic with it. The gameplay looks fantastic. Needs to retain the British sense of humour as well. If I hear any kind of Americanisms, I'm done. I'm not buying the game. I'm that fed up with that quippy, snarky, bollocky, shitty dialogue that they stick in these games like Dragon Age the Veilguard and what was that other game that was released by Square Enix with the weird powers that the girl has. She was like a street kid and then just got warped into this fantasy world. Oh dear God, the dialogue for that. If you want to know exactly what I mean, just go watch the Thunderbolts trailer. That kind of stupid humour. Like, if Fable is full of that, forget it. But that's not the main reason for making this video. Well, it was going to be. I'm sorry, it was going to be. But no, now I'm sitting here yet again having to shit on conglomerates ruining absolutely everything. Be it gaming, be it music, be it films, being food, being life, being everything. When conglomerates like private equity firms or large corporations buy up everything, you end up with nothing. And you pay for the pleasure of having nothing. And here we are, Warner Brothers Games, or Warner Brothers in general, has cancelled the Wonder Woman game and has shut down Monolith Studios, Warner Brothers San Diego, and another company, which I'll get to the article later. But the main thing is, Monolith Studios is now gone. Bye-bye. The company that gave us Condemned and Fear and the first excellent Shadows of Mordor game. The second one was god-awful. And the company that invented the Nemesis system that was ultimately patented by Warner Brothers and never bloody used again. We haven't seen it since it was patented, so fantastic. Well done from stopping other people from using it. Well done. How typical corporations. I'm not just going to crap on Warner Brothers because Sony and Nintendo, all these companies do that. And there should be a rule to say you cannot patent anything within the gaming sphere, because there could be a percentage point of a gameplay mechanic that you have in your game that they could easily say, oh, that encroaches on our system. And then we get into big legal battles that cost money and delays, and we just get frustrated and we end up with nothing. So there should be no patents allowed for within game development, with coding with game development. You could argue to say, okay, if you pay them a percentage, you can use that engine, but you cannot patent or keep exclusivity to that, because none of us benefited, and here we are with a Nemesis system that's never been used, which I'm glad. I don't really care about the Nemesis system. It was quirky for the kind of first Shadows of Mordor game, but my God, was it awful in the second one. But Wonder Woman. Now, that was a game that had a troubled production because of the shitstorm that was Suicide Squad. Everybody panicked and saw what happened there, and they're like, shit, quick, go back to the drawing board and redo it. Don't make it a live service. Change the Nemesis system to the friendship system. And then make it a live service. Now don't make it a live service. And $100 million later. And the studio is gone. And we've got no Wonder Woman game. And my fantasy of a great big female lesbian brawl with bikinis and pillows and... I mean, no Wonder Woman. Great superheroine. And we don't get nothing in the end. What do we get? Not a damn sausage. And we've lost a fantastic studio. How many times has this happened? This is what destroyed. So, whoops. So, people all like, oh, gaming, look, if you know gaming history, okay, you will know that the industry peaked around 2005, 2006. Because after that, EA, Take-Two, Activision, Warner Brothers, all that, Ubisoft as well, started buying up all these amazing small studios and destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them, and we ended up with everything being bland, generic, everything was just been the same shit for the last, like, almost 20 years now. 20 years now. Yeah, fuck me, it's 2025. And it's very rare you've had, like, amazing standout innovations every time. Now, one game comes out as a success, everyone just copies it. So it's either a roguelike, a Souls-like, a fucking zombie survival horror, or a first-person shooter. And it's just like, what have you done? Where are all the good action adventure games? Where are the Tomb Raider type games? Where are the fucking Batman Arkham games, the stealth games, all this kind of stuff? They're all gone. Like, and we end up with the same bland, generic crap. Thankfully, there is a lovely little renaissance going on with indie companies. Let's see how long that lasts. Because, again, there's not much government support there. So they're going to end up relying on the larger companies to get swallowed up again. And then we're back to square one. So, yeah, this is frustrating. Because, and with Warner Brothers more so, because they've destroyed two amazing studios with Rocksteady, the developers of the Batman games, and Monolith, who gave us the amazing Shadows of Mordor. The first one is phenomenal. One of the best games on the PlayStation 4. In fact, the main reason I ended up buying a PlayStation 4, I think it was, well, yeah. Yeah. Because I and ahed, I ended up with vouchers and I ended up buying it. But, because I wasn't that fussed about getting it in the first place. And I was right, there wasn't really that, fucking everything post PlayStation 2 has just been fucking mediocre. There's only been a few standout games. Whereas in PlayStation 2 era, fucking 90% of my collection is just banger after banger that you want to replay. PS3 was played downright, bored now, move on to the next one. So yeah, I just, it's just so... I mean, we have because I can see, I'm just talking about Ubisoft now because I can see Assassin's Creed Shadows in the corner there, and the feedback for that has been bad. And I'm like, if you're Ubisoft and you fuck up an Assassin's Creed game, you deserve to go under. Like, hearing that they lost money, like 900 million, makes me very happy. I will never cheer more for a demise of a gaming company than I will Ubisoft. They just deserve it because they're so badly run. Like, Bobby Kotick is a horrible person as a CEO. Yves Guillemot is not only a horrible person, but a complete incompetent idiot. A complete incompetent. And he's more worried about fighting a takeover from Tencent than he is about making good games. Well, if you focus on making the good games, get the right developers in, you fucking moron, and you won't have to worry about all this shit. But no, they're even going to botch Assassin's Creed, which is like their staple. Useless company. Useless. And so I would personally just say it is time to leave these big AAA companies behind. Let live services die. I say that as... But for every Marvel Rivals you get, which is a free game, by the way, and it's only cosmetic stuff you unlock. But for every Marvel Rivals game that you get... there's 100 that end up a complete failure, and then you end up with studios shutting down. And so for me personally, I want to see the live service model completely die. It has no place in gaming. It is a greedy endeavor that should be made illegal because it is gambling, by the way. Okay, well, yeah, it's not just the gambling, it's the psychology they use for fear of missing out and all this. There's a whole psychological thing behind it. There's a whole study being done. And because of it has the same effects on the brain as like gambling and those same kind of endorphins and all that, it should just be outright banned. Because unfortunately we are seeing now kids developing huge gambling issues. And as we're becoming poorer as a nation, a lot of these governments fucking throw these kind of online betting and all these betting shops on the high streets and all that to kind of recover some kind of revenue, to squeeze people out of more money that they don't have. And they prey on your impulses and your vulnerability to just suck you dry. And so there should be an outright ban on that. There should be just to say, look, that's the game. That's what you pay for. That's it. And then, DLC and all that, that's fine if you want to charge more for DLC, because DLC is DLC. It's not skin packs. It's not giving you flashing bang lights and all these kind of skins. And when did we like monopolize skins into fucking season passes and battle passes and all of that? I understand games are very expensive to make, but you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just fucking sick and tired of the greed, which is ultimately costing amazing studios to shut down. And so there we go. No Wonder Woman game. No more Monolith Studios. That's it. Done. Terrible. And it ruined what I actually wanted to talk about, which was the ID thing for Xbox, because given that Xbox has given up on exclusivity, it would have been interesting to kind of talk about some of the games. But I'm only talked about the 2 or 3 standouts, and not even bothering with 1 or 2 that could possibly be. So here we are. Instead, we're talking about fucking Warner Brothers games again, doing stupid things, and, you know, having just got over the nightmare that was Suicide Squad, we're now talking Wonder Woman, and DC is just down the toilet. Fantastic. And by the way, where is the bloody Wolverine game? Where's the Wolverine game? It's not the same company or studio, but where is that game? After the leaks, we've had nothing. And it's been 7 years since that game's been announced. And other than the leaks, we've had nothing. And I'm really looking forward to that, because I don't give a shit about Wolverine, but it was going to lead into the X-Men. That's what I'm really looking forward to. And where's James Bond? IOI Studios, where the hell is that? They just showcased some Detroit Become Human bland shite shooter game. And I'm sitting here waiting for James Bond, god damn it. Get your shit together, game industry. Give us the stuff we actually want. Not shite like, well, I was going to say shite like Marvel Rivals, but a lot of people like that because a lot of gamers are brain dead idiots, but that's neither here nor there. And on that note, I'm going to go because I'm getting really pissed off. Ba-ba-ba-ba.